Welcome to another video from Matt's Metalworking. For this video I'll be discussing the top 5 safety tips when using an angle grinder. Angle grinders typically turn at high speeds, ranging all the way up to 12,000 RPM depending on the model. So, if there is an issue, these aren't exactly too forgiving and you can seriously get hurt or hurt someone else. While these may seem like common sense, I do see not everyone follows these rules sadly. Jumping right into it, tip number 1. Never operate an angle grinder without its guards. I see this far too many times. Guards are in place for a reason. They protect your hand from the disc, help direct sparks, provide somewhat of a barrier for flying debris coming off the disc, or whatever you're working on, and most importantly, helps direct the broken disc if it flies apart. Depending on the job at hand, these guards may have a quick release, or bolt-on clamp that can be easily loosened and adjusted to suit your needs. Moving on to tip number 2. Before using the grinder or when replacing discs, make sure they are in good condition, free of any cracks or missing pieces. These too can lead to a disc flying apart. Even with a guard, it's still not a good idea to risk it. If you find a fault in a disc, throw it away and replace with another disc. Safety tip number 3. If you're replacing a disc or making adjustments to the grinder, unplug it. Even though the grinder is operated by a switch, it can still accidentally be pressed and therefore turned on. Do you really want to experience a grinding disc spinning in your hand? For that extra 10 seconds of unplugging it and plugging back in the cord, recovery time of an injury will certainly take much longer and become much more of an inconvenience. Safety tip number 4. Now getting into actually using the grinder, wear the proper safety equipment. At the very least, safety glasses. If you want to take it an extra step, wear a face shield instead, especially if you're not familiar with using a grinder. Furthermore, covered shoes, long pants, and gloves to protect your skin from sparks, sharp edges, and hot metal. And finally, last but not least, tip number 5. Regardless if you're grinding or cutting, watch where those sparks are being aimed. Usually, I try to aim the sparks towards the ground or work in an area where there is minimal risk. Hot sparks can cause fire or embed in certain materials. I have seen metal ground before, the material from the sparks embedded into plastic, and after some time, the material begins to rust within the plastic. Do you have any tips? Please be sure to share them in the comments below to help out fellow viewers. Want to see more metalworking related videos? Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.